Greetings, everyone. This is Rock and Roll Spot Convention with the Witty Comic Roundup. We've made it halfway through, so let's keep on trucking. Kicking it off, we've got Superior Spider-Man number 4. Where we left off, Doc Ock had, out of nowhere, a completely surprise move, betrayed Spider-Man and attempted to once again take control of Peter Parker's body in order to save Anna Maria from Supernova. Peter says he'll fight him and he'll try to stop him, and they end up in the mindscape. Um, and so in the mindscape, it seems that Otto leads the Sinister 600, which basically seems to include everyone who's ever been a member of the Sinister Six. However, Peter's got his allies, of course, his friends, and as well as the Avengers, the Fantastic Four, the other Spiders. Yeah, it looks like it's just the Avengers, Fantastic Four, and and just some of the other Spiders: Miles, Spider Boy, Jess, Gwen, Kane. Uh, Spider Ham is in there. And when I say the Avengers, it's like practically. Oh, Miguel's also there. And as for the Avengers, yeah, there's She-Hulk, Daredevil, Wolverine, Black Cat's there, Wasp, Cap, Captain Marvel, Iron Man. Yeah, you get the idea. But they decided instead it'll be just the two of them. It needs to be, basically it's a one-on-one fight. And so Otto recreates the ring in which Peter fought Crusher Creel when he first got his powers. We get some flashbacks to previous fights between Otto and Peter, but turns out that so this was something I didn't know about the story that led to the first Spirit Spider-Man run. Basically, Peter and Otto's very fights over the years are what led to what was killing Otto. Meanwhile, Supernova has left the abandoned AIM base in the Hudson Valley briefly, just and she realizes that with the degree of power she has, she can travel around the stars, explore the wonders of the universe, and all that's stopping her is Spider-Man. However, while she's gone, Anna Maria manages to escape. The fight between the Spider-Men continues on the Mindscape. With Otto pointing out that the last time they had to rescue Anna Maria from the Goblin Nation, Peter did so with Otto's tech. And as Otto gets the upper hand, however, well, that upper hand is grabbed by Ben Parker. Only it's not the Ben Parker that everyone. It's not entirely the Ben Parker everyone knows. But it's the Uncle Ben of the version of Peter that never became Spider-Man. It was seen in Edge of Spider or in End of the Spider-Verse. And that Peter and Spider-Man basically managed to defeat Otto. And Otto admits his defeat. But and Peter agrees to, save Anna Maria. And he does kind of insist upon a bit of he does get a bit of aggrandizement from Otto by basically saying that, there's something that Otto needs to say, which is that Peter is the superior Spider-Man. But Peter insists that Otto come with him. After all, the fusion reaction that powers Supernova is based on Otto's life's work. No scientists on Earth understand it better, and Anna Maria doesn't need a superior Spider-Man. She needs Otto Octavius. And Peter can't do it without him, so proposes a team up. Basically, re-teaming up, I guess, would be a better way of putting it. But yeah, that is where the issue ends. That was neat. I especially liked the quasi-return of End of Spider-Verse Peter. It was a neat concept, the idea that when Spider-Man was removed from having ever existed, Peter Parker wasn't. So, but moving on to our next book, we've got Spider-Gwen Smash number 3. Where we left off, Dazzler and the Uncut Gems with guest member with current session artists Gwen Stacy and MJ of the Mary Janes were attacked by Pixie, who ended up kidnapping the Uncut Gems bassist Lila Cheney. Rick Jones was also kicked out of the band, though it seems that his chaotic behavior might be the key to, well, everything. So the issue opens at what appears to be an abandoned military facility. Looks like the kind that stores nuclear waste. And a scientist, the villain of the story, is singing along to Dazzler, but he's kidnapped MJ. So we then flash back to a day earlier. The Mary Janes are Glory, Betty, and MJ are eating in L.A. But Glory points out that MJ needs to store her crap out, and that MJ could keep a better eye on, or would have a better view of the table Gwen's at if she left. So that's, however, Natasha and Gwen and Dazzler are leaving. MJ is kind of skulking around as they do so, and Natasha tells Gwen to, basically not to leave Dazzler alone. But as they talk, Pixie flies in and kidnaps MJ. Gwen gives chase. Dazzler makes some hard light constructs so that basically Gwen has something to attach webs to. But then Hulk attacks. All that remains are a pair of glasses, as Dazzler's gone. But as the remaining Mary Janes are obviously quite bummed about the whole thing, and they have to do some emotional eating when Black Widow explains that they found Rick. But they're fairly certain that Rick is the key to the whole thing. That turns out but Natasha ends up asking if he's tried any experimental rehab programs lately, and Rick says, yeah, he had. And at the program, a scientist came up to him, told him he could help Rick, make Rick better. A scientist's name? Bruce. Dazzler wakes up in Bruce's lab. Yes, it's Bruce Banner. And basically he intends to he studied her powers, or her mutant gene. It's not his area of expertise, but she's been significantly sedated, and her powers are weak, which is good for him. Turns out that Bruce has already finished his experiments on, officially he's doing though, with MJ. Once again, making her Carnage. And that is where the issue ends. I was actually kind of curious if they were ever going to address the whole MJ was kind of sort of Carnage thing again. Looks like they are. Moving on, though, to our next book, we've got Daredevil Black Armor, number 4, wrapping up the miniseries. Where we left off, Daredevil was leading an exodus of the people that had been kidnapped for Baron Strucker out of Strucker's underground base, and dealing with Strucker's hired help. Most notably, Sabretooth and Hobgoblin. But Daredevil deals with the two of them, and also manages to help get the Moloids to free Mole Man, and they attack some of the fighters that have been brought in for entertainment purposes. Mr. Hyde is fighting Baron Strucker. The Daredevil manages to get all of the kidnapping victims to something of an escape pod, but Strucker activates the kill switch on it. Daredevil does what he can to calm everyone down, and basically manages to find a specific radio frequency, leading to everyone being rescued by none other than Iron Man, who doesn't exactly share, who kind of rolls his eyes at Daredevil's armor. Juan is continuing learning to be a lawyer under Foggy Nelson. Randy tells Matt, well, under the guise of Jack Batlin, that she read his tarot and the card was justice, upright, representing truth. And so she's asking him if he stands by his decisions and accept the consequences. And as they walk on, it seems like he's about to inform her of who he really is. But he's continuing to do his basically street law, giving people doing what he can to help people with their legal troubles, without a law office or being actually a lawyer, as Matt Murdock is presumed dead. But he's also doing the whole Daredevil bit, and yeah, finding his balance and knowing what he needs to be on both sides, and that is his armor. And that is where the series ends. This was a fun little series. I know I say this often. I enjoy these nostalgia-based minis that Marvel's been putting out. It's a fun look back at past time periods. I especially love when they manage to when Marvel manages to get as much of the original creative team as possible. I wish that they could have gotten Scott McDaniel on this, but oh well. Moving on, though, to our last book for the moment, we've got Transformers number 5. Where we left off, the Autobots were in disarray, and the Decepticons weren't exactly doing too much better, and Starscream had opted to start sacrificing some of the living but injured Decepticons to perhaps repair the ones that were, so that some of they can basically use their Energon. So the issue opens. Sparky and Optimus Prime are discussing war, as they've both been involved in war. But Sparky explains that he only did one tour, but it was enough. And then he asks Optimus how long Optimus's war is, and he puts it, years and years, years and years and years. Optimus has lost count. In fact, it's still going. Sparky figures maybe since Optimus is from a different galaxy, that maybe he knows why it doesn't why these doesn't be the way they are. And Optimus says that if only the light years he's traveled equal to the wisdom he's gained, but it is not so. He asks himself that question every day, but when he sees his reflection, then he sees his reflection and sees the very thing that he's fighting against. Soundwave is on board with Starscream's plan to basically sacrifice some of the other Decepticons to repair the ones that haven't yet been seen. Skywarp is sacrificed to bring back Thundercracker, though Soundwave initially suggests bringing back Ravager. Also, Frenzy and Reflector are brought back, and they're going to go after the Autobots. The Autobots that are at the dam, Sparky's told them the power that the Decepticons have taken for themselves, it comes from the dam. So why not just go directly to the dam and get the water there, or get the power there? Ratchet and Wheeljack have put together a device which should power the Autobots and also power the town for about a decade. But Optimus, the machine's working, and so the idea is Optimus can, charge up, but he approaches carrying RC, and it says, first everyone else. However, as RC recovers, Decepticons attack, with RC saving Ratchet. Reflector goes after Optimus and gets blasted to smithereens by Megatron's arm cannon. Optimus lost his arm in the last issue, replaced it with Megatron's arm. Carly is doing what she can to help, though she falls from the dam, and Arcee ends up saving her. Basically saying that if Optimus cares about you, Arcee cares too. Cliffjumper's watching as Arcee saves Carly and is almost attacked by one of the other Decepticons. I can't exactly remember which Decepticon it is, but Jazz takes care of him. Then Jazz and Cliffjumper basically go back to back against the Decepticons. Using Megatron's arm, Optimus blasts a pretty good. Actually hits starts pretty solidly. The Decepticons fall back, and the plan is to repair the machine, as the Decepticons did destroy it. And then, however, the Autobots, the rest of the Autobots, but first they want to go after the Decepticons. Numbers are in their favor. They arrive at the Ark and are promptly attacked by the Constructicons, who are then ordered to merge into Devastator. And that is where the issue ends. Oh, getting to see Devastator. That's cool. I appreciate that each issue is bringing back, at least one or more classic Transformers. But anyways, that's going to do it for now. As always, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Links to my Facebook, Twitter, Blue Sky, Mastodon, Patreon, and PayPal can be found in the description box down below. This is Rock and Roll Spock signing off saying, live long and rock hard.